Welcome to this week's episode of Listen to Your Coaches. I am your coach, Mike Wilkins, here with Coach Will Morrill. And behind the scenes, we have the producer, Max Gerald. This week, we are talking UFC Shanghai, the state of 205. Aljo's run at 145. Charles Johnson, is he a prospect killer or is he not? CJI2 and the Made Men card coming up this weekend. Let's dig in. Coach Will, please give us your thoughts.
All right, so should we start at the top?
Let's start at the top of the top.
All right, so
this morning, 6 a.m. Right in our. Hey, when did you guys watch these fights?
After you had texted us.
Watched them live.
Yeah, I'd planned on doing that, but
you want to know why I watch them live?
Because you were up.
Because I got kids, and you know what my kids do?
Get up early.
They hate me. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we just woke up around like 7, and we were like, "Yo, we could probably catch this Aljo fight live." So we did, and it was
pretty sick.
It was good.
You know what's funny is you texted us in the morning, and I woke up and I had forgotten about the fights because last night I stayed up a little extra late playing Mario Kart with Pogal and our wives, and
big mistake.
Yeah,
gotta go to sleep early if you're gonna get up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, mistakes are made, but either way, caught this fight.
Caught it
after the fact. Dude, first off, how about Johnny Walker fake glove touch into a very unsuccessful shot?
You know, sucks to suck, dude. Sucks to suck, brother.
Dude, it's like if you're gonna do some like cheap stuff like that, at least you gotta like make it work. But
yeah, you know what I mean. If you're gonna pull a make it work. Oh no, we're struggling. If you are not watching the video version of the podcast, you are missing out.
Oh man,
I don't know if the camera catches that or not, but we're drinking some Buddy Bees today.
We are.
All right, tip cheerio. Okay, so Johnny Walker, kind of a jag. No one cares about him. We don't even like 205. Well, let's talk about 205. We don't even like it.
Hold on, real quick before we just talk about 205 as a whole. Let's talk about specifically why it sucks so bad, right? So Johnny Walker,
everybody in the division sucks.
I mean, clearly, but Johnny Walker, he even knows at this point that his chin is gone, right? So his whole game plan was just circle to his right, move away from Zong's right hand. And then when he did engage, it wasn't like measured at all. It was still just Johnny Walker. So he's like sticking to the game plan and then just being sloppy. It was so trashy.
Who would you rather be, Johnny Walker or Walter Walker?
Walter, dude, are you kidding me?
Yeah, but Johnny Walker's reached higher of highs.
Yeah, but Walter is on the way up, dude. He's 3 heel hooks in a row.
How old is he?
He's a heavyweight. It doesn't matter.
You're right. It doesn't matter, but I don't know.
Also, he hasn't been knocked out 20 times. But what I was going to say is Zong looked good except for 2 main things.
What were those 2 main things?
Didn't cut the cage.
And got hit a bunch.
And didn't defend low kicks.
Got hit 51 times. What do you mean he looked good? Except for 2 things. This dude got punched in the head 50 times.
I think those are Johnny Walker's landed strikes.
That's what I'm saying. So they got hit. So if Johnny Walker landed 50 strikes,
sorry.
Who did he land them on?
No, I see what you're saying.
Did he land them on himself?
But
jeez.
No, dude. It sucks because obviously they're in China. They want Zong to win. It's a fight that Zong should win, and then Johnny Walker does like one thing right and pulls it out. So yeah, man, it's just like a sloppy division full of sloppy fighters. And they're not good, you know? It's a bummer, too, because like that used to be the division in the UFC. And now it's just
it was the marquee division.
Now it's a joke.
And the UFC came in like the lunch lady from Billy Madison and was like, "We know you like your sloppy joes extra sloppy."
You got anything else to say about this fight?
No, dude, I didn't even watch it.
You didn't miss out, bro.
No, I quit, dude. Right after the Ortega Aljo fight, I was like, all right, that's all I cared about.
I mean, dude, literally, it's exactly what I said. Johnny Walker just spiraling out and then just doing Johnny Walker stuff. And then in the second round, he landed a low kick, put Ming Yang down, and finished him off.
Nice. All right, let's go to the fight of the night, the important fight that happened last night. So we got Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling. It happened last night, happened this morning. The most important thing that happened in this fight is that it was 5 rounds, a 5-round co-main event.
Okay, I'm glad that you started with that.
Non-title fight co-main event.
Also, Aljo,
have we had that before?
We have. And also, Aljo has been...
Who was it?
Implying that, like, Ortega's asking for the 5-rounder. Like, why did that happen?
I mean, I don't know. Who was it?
Which one?
Who co-main 5-round co-main event non-title fight?
There've been a couple.
Name one.
Diaz and Edwards.
Okay.
Chandler and Pimblett.
Who?
Chandler and Pimblett.
That was a 5-round fight?
It was scheduled for 5 rounds, yeah.
That was scheduled for 5-minute rounds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
All right. Cool.
But Ortega looked like pretty fresh throughout the fight, even in the last rounds.
Yeah, which I didn't expect, having the 8-pound miss.
Yeah, yeah. And like apparently, like, I mean, we saw the video of him like on the scale. He looked awful. And I was like, and also he was getting beat up like throughout the whole fight, really. I was kind of shocked that he like had that kind of gas tank. Like by the end, he looked almost fresher than Aljo did. So like, yeah, like that's my question is like, he asked for that. Like, why did he ask for that? And then how did he also miss weight but still perform like that? It was just like, it was very bizarre to me. With that said, Aljo clearly won, in my mind, all of the rounds. You can see an argument for one of them maybe going, but like, I would disagree with it.
I couldn't hear that argument.
But overall, I'd say it was like a fairly uninspiring win by Aljo. I kind of, maybe it's just because I expected him to absolutely crush Ortega. But what did you think about it?
Well, I thought Aljo, just beat him good.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be an easy, coming into the week, I didn't expect it to be an easy fight. After the weight cut, I was like, okay, more so Aljo.
Mm-hmm.
I did have Aljo, coming in anyhow prior to seeing the weight issues. But some things that I want to talk about the fight is, number one, the non-eye poke stoppage. Did they not go to instant replay?
No, they
And
did.
saw that it wasn't an eye poke.
Definitely not an eye poke, yeah.
And then they were just like, we'll still give you time.
Didn't
Very
that
weird.
happen in another fight?
Not to my knowledge. I remember another fight where a guy said it was an eye poke, and then they went to instant replay and it wasn't an eye poke, and they immediately like, oh, fight, go.
Okay.
Like brought him in, right? Where in this fight, like they gave Ortega like time.
Oh, that's
went
right.
to
When okay, I know what you're talking about. Sorry, I
Yeah, it
thought you
was
meant
like-
he poked him.
No, he didn't poke him.
Yeah, Aljo full on knuckles.
Yeah.
And then Aljo was like, yeah, it's cool. We can just take a little time out. Like, that was really bizarre.
Very bizarre. There was that, and then I'm gonna say the 4th round maybe. Aljo was backing up a lot, right? He got hit with a right and started backing up a lot, and Herb Dean like stopped it to like warn him about backing up.
Yeah.
Which I thought was crazy. Also,
Yeah, because he was still throwing, like,
Yeah.
from time to time. It's not like he just ran, you know?
yeah, catch him.
Yeah, exactly.
Catch him.
Yeah, cut the cage.
Guess what? You guys are inside a cage. Catch him. How is he able to run faster backwards than you are forwards? Catch him. Yeah.
Also learn to cut the cage, you know?
Yeah. So
Also,
there's that.
would you have liked to seen Aljo shoot more?
Yeah, I was surprised.
Dude, did you see in the later rounds, Ortega kind of in some ways looks fresher, and Aljo was just like crushing him every time he like went to actually wrestle. Like he had that little like leg lace type of takedown
Yeah.
on the cage, and he had one other one, I think.
He like ducked under like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was like almost like a
gonna hit like a duck under, like spun to the back.
right.
Yeah, I thought Aljo would wrestle more, and I was actually shocked to see him not wrestle more. I was probably equally as shocked to see him outstriking Ortega whilst not wrestling.
That didn't surprise me actually. I think Aljo has kind of underrated striking. I think it's really
So
goofy.
here goes the thing. I would say this fight more so than other fights. Now, if you look at the metrics, right, like 26 kicks, to the leg, is a lot. Mm-hmm. But like I always think of Aljo as like a kicker until he's in close enough to grapple. Mm-hmm. Kind of like Reinhall's an extreme version of this example, right? Like kick, then grapple, right? Like I felt like Aljo was like kind of similar to a less extreme version, but I mean Aljo was punching a lot,
Yeah.
which was surprising to me.
Going back to what you talked about with like the non-eye poke, do you think that Aljo has either A, lost, or B, never had a certain amount of meanness that like it was required to be like an elite level finisher, right? So like DC was recently just talking about John Jones and how mean he is, and like when he had DC hurt, how he like got after it, kicked the leg, and then like followed up and everything. And you do see that with guys who like finish fights. They have that like violence, that meanness to them, and it doesn't always mean that they're good at winning. You know what I mean? But like, do you think that Aljo either A, never had that, or B, maybe lost some of that as he's like gone throughout his career?
That's a really great point. I don't know where to put it, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I think that's a great, that's something I didn't think of, and I don't have an answer for you on that. I'd probably say more so never had it.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, and
'Cause
I'm really just guessing here. Because he's like a sports person.
Exactly. It's the competition versus the fight. And also think about, like, I imagine most of his finishes have to be rear nakeds, right?
I would imagine.
Right?
In the strangle round.
And like rear naked chokes don't really require that level of meanness that like ground and pound or, ripping someone's leg off even, or, whatever kind of requires. So yeah, I think you might be right about that, is he's more of like a sports guy,
Yeah, he's a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. Anything else on this fight?
No. One more thing. Aljo posted something earlier in the week on Twitter about Herb Dean. Herb Dean talking about like standing people up in like dominant positions or whatever, and Aljo like disagreeing with it like publicly pre-fight, which I found interesting, and I agree with, to like a certain extent. Like, I don't know if stand-ups should happen from mount or back control.
Right.
But
I mean, you'd have to be there for like 4 minutes and literally do nothing for that to make any sort of sense.
Right. Yeah. You'd have to be like, it'd be hard to explain the nothing that you're doing. You know what I mean?
It'd be hard to maintain that nothing,
Yeah.
like, so yeah, that is weird. Do you think, do they know who's going to ref their fight like that far out?
I don't know if they do. I wouldn't know that, but it's funny. Like, I saw it on Twitter a few days ago, and then Herb's reffing, and warns him from backing up.
Now, who do you think that Aljo should fight next?
Alexander Volkanovski.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
Like, see, pull up the rankings.
To be honest, I am interested in that fight.
Yeah, stylistically for sure.
Like,
For
okay,
sure.
okay. Rankings, all that stuff aside, like, you as a person, right? Like, let's say we're playing a video game and you get to pick. You're going to watch a fight on this video game.
Okay.
Is it Volk and Murphy or Volk and Aljo? I think all three of us, it's Volk and Aljo.
Yeah, I'd probably end up leaning that way. Because, okay, realistically,
Max, what do you think?
Do we all see Volk and Murphy going the exact same way? Volk's going to take them down?
I mean, I think Volk's just going to just win in every area.
Yeah, but I think Volk's just going to take him down and then just, like, smash him on the ground.
I think that's going to be a part of it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, here goes my thing. All right. Would you rather see an up-and-comer versus the current champ, or a champ versus champ fight?
Oh, that's so situational because it depends on who it is. And, like, this is one where it's particularly, like, close for me because Murphy does interest me. And, like, his striking style, like, I feel it could pose problems for Volk, although I think Volk kind of solved that problem.
Let me dive deeper in the situation. Would you rather watch a champ versus champ fight or a champ versus an up-and-comer who has never beat anybody inside of the top 7?
Oh, I mean, just, like, as a whole, yeah, champ versus champ for sure.
Okay. That would be Aljo versus Volk.
There you go.
Now, with that being said, I think it should be Murphy versus Volk. I'm just out here talking that shit.
Point. No, I mean, that is a good point. I think specifically why in this case your example doesn't always like necessarily hold true is that, like I said, Murphy's striking could potentially pose problems for Volk, and Volk's chin, maybe not what it once was, and like you never know what's going to happen there. With that said, I do think that Volk's going to like probably outstrike him and then also just take him down. And I haven't seen Murphy on the ground, so I don't really know. But
I would say, like, you're saying, I feel like you're more talking to like who has a better chance of beating Volk rather than what fight would you rather see? Would you rather see Lerone Murphy versus Volk or Aljo versus Volk?
Well, okay, so then getting back into
which fight is more interesting to you, not which fight should happen or who do you think has a better shot. So which fight would you rather see?
I think if Volk and Aljo goes to the ground, that's more interesting to me. But if Volk and Murphy stays standing, that's more interesting to me.
Okay. All right, fair.
So, I mean, that's kind of how
you can have that answer. Max?
About this topic, I think that I'm more interested in Lerone Murphy and Volk
Yeah.
for sure. But that is partially because of something I wanted to ask you, and I mentioned it to Will before we started. But like, what is your take on Aljo's featherweight run so far?
I think
How does it
he's
make you
undefeated
feel?
at featherweight. You know, he's 2-0 at featherweight.
He's 2-1.
Mozart, I don't remember.
3-0 then. 3-0 then. I remember when he got robbed versus Evloev. I remember when he beat Evloev.
I remember thinking he won. I remember
when he beat Evloev and they said he didn't. I remember that, but who else did he beat? He beat Evloev and Brian Ortega. Did he have another featherweight fight?
Calvin Kattar.
that's right. Yeah, I did forget
See,
about
he's
that
not
one.
on that rankings list, so I forget about him.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I think that Aljo looked better on the way up at 135. I think he maybe had that. That's maybe what kind of like led to my question to you
Okay.
of like having that like hunger. But again, like it's
What he strangled Corey Sandhagen? What were some of his other major come-up fights before defeating a certain Peter Yan for the title?
it was Sandhagen. That was a big one.
That was a good win. That was quick, first round.
Who else was it?
I remember him beating Brian Caraway.
He beat Jimmy Rivera, Cody
Jimmy
Stan,
Rivera was good.
Pedro Munoz,
Yeah, yeah.
Henan Barral, Marlon Moraes, or no, he lost to Marlon Moraes. Caraway, Takei Mitsugaki.
Yeah, dude, we're talking about a whole different, like, look, everybody you named is gone.
Dude, I was like, and not only are they gone, they feel like they're like 2 generations past.
Yeah. Like, not a single one of them's on that list.
Yeah.
Well, Sandhagen.
Yeah, that Sandhagen win still definitely holds up.
Was that his win right before the title fight?
Yeah, that was his win right before the first Jan fight.
Right. So, yeah.
Interesting.
And then as a champ,
As a champ, I mean,
who'd he beat?
he beat Jan by split decision, and then he fought a one-armed TJ, and then he fought Cejudo, and then lost to O'Malley.
That's right.
Yeah, the problem with his title run is that like those are more current people, but a lot of them have kind
Like
of an
a built-in
asterisk next
excuse,
to it.
yeah.
Right.
I think the Cejudo one is fine. That's a fine win, even though Cejudo hasn't won a fight since like 2020.
He's still Cejudo.
Yeah, that's a fine win, you know, and it was a close fight.
He was
Jan-
still the bantamweight champ, even though he walks around at 121 pounds.
Yeah, like that's a fine win.
He won the Olympics at 121 pounds. He doesn't walk around there. I was
Yeah, I was like, dude, that's
just being silly.
how much do you think Cejudo weighs right now?
63.
63 kilos?
No, 163 pounds.
163, got you. Yeah, dude, I would be surprised if he's that light, dude. I bet he's like closing in on 75.
Yeah, he's a little nugget. Listen, I will not handle any Henry Cejudo slander here. This is American hero.
Hey, listen, all respect for Henry Cejudo. Dude's a monster. He's one of
Would
what?
you trade your career for Henry Cejudo's career?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah. Absolutely, bro.
Would you trade your average college boxer career for
To be a two division UFC champ and Olympic champ.
Yeah, I think I would do that.
If you're Henry Cejudo and let's say you had to give one back, which one are you giving back first?
Probably the 25 belt.
I could say the 35 belt.
Interesting.
Max.
I'd say the 25 belt.
For
That's
you, is it
crazy.
because of the division or because of who he fought?
Well, I mean, he beat an all-time great for the 25
When you
belt.
say
Why
give
would
the
you give that
belt-
one back?
When you say give it back, do you mean like
You're forfeiting
from-
you're forfeiting that like credential.
Erase it
so
from
like
history.
if I gave back the 35-pound belt, it means I no
Then
longer beat
you
Marlon
didn't beat
Moraes.
Marlon Moraes, yeah.
Yeah, see, I feel like that's his best win.
Over Demetrius Johnson.
I think the Demetrius fight was like way too close. I thought Demetrius won.
Okay, but
it was a
he
good
won.
performance.
Who would you rather? Okay, let's pull it back.
But
Whether
straight up
you
just
thought he
on
won,
your record?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
record thing. Whether
Yes.
who would you rather beat, Max? Okay, you're going to fight 2 fights and you're going to go 1-1. Demetrius Johnson and Marlon Moraes. Who would you rather win to, and who would you rather lose to?
I would rather beat Demetrius Johnson.
Right, because it's yeah. Okay, good deal.
I think there's the way that he fought and the way that
I
he
just
won.
want to tell you guys I appreciate both of you not giving back the Olympic medal. Even though you don't give a shit about wrestling, at least you give enough of a shit to be like, yeah, we're trading no Olympic
we
medal.
still know though. Like,
No Olympic gold.
Isn't that crazy? How insane it is to win a UFC championship, right? Like it's so hard to do that. And it's harder to win
We already did that on a pod. Remember, we were like, is it easier or harder to be an Olympic champ or a UFC champ?
Dude, yeah.
And we were like,
Olympics.
in wrestling. And we were like, it's infinitely harder.
Yeah.
Right? Because everything has to match up. How many people have been UFC champs but haven't held it for 4 years? You know?
Yeah.
So, like, your hope is that one of those years where you were the best in the world was an Olympic year. Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, and I have what I think I have a good answer to this. What's harder, getting an Olympic gold medal in wrestling or boxing?
I would need more data. I don't have data in my head to.
I mean, I gotta say wrestling.
But
By a good
because there's
bit,
more weight
too.
classes in boxing.
No, because boxing's so corrupt. You know what I mean? Like you could just like be on the right side of decisions, you know, or have your country pay off. Like
There's that, but do more countries box than wrestle? Do more
Probably.
countries invest in boxing than wrestling?
No, I don't think there's. Well,
Would you say maybe that's a not
I don't
like
know,
a
actually.
negligible stat to it?
I'd say it's probably similar, but I don't know actually. I was just thinking pure corruption wise. Like boxing's just known to like.
Wrestling has gotten a lot better with corruption. We do have corruption issues,
Really?
but we have gotten a lot better since. So we used to be governed, I suppose you would say, by FILA, not to be confused with the shoe. Do you even know what a FILA shoe is, Max? Okay, I didn't know if they were still around for you. Now we're governed by the UWW, which is a different governing body.
Interesting.
I think it's the same people. I think they just changed the names. I think they were just like, oh, dude, it popped.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, I think they just changed the names and we're like, we're just not going to be as shitty. But yeah, there's that. Oh, there was a corruption in the 2016 Olympics where like, if a former Soviet was wrestling, then there was a 90% chance that a person like this stable of person was reffing the match.
Oh,
You know, like the
yeah.
and that's supposed to be like a random
right. That's
type
interesting.
thing or something along those lines.
Do you know what happened the year that Floyd was in the Olympics?
I don't.
I think it was Floyd, right? When
I know he took silver and was like,
yeah.
like no way. Dude.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing this up with another really great American boxer. I'm pretty sure it was the year that Floyd was in. There was a Muay Thai guy who won
The Thailand kid?
the gold. One of the Thai guys. There's
The Thai?
a couple of Thai. Like Samat was a gold medalist, but he was a different weight class, I think. Actually, maybe not. Now that I think about it, he must have been.
There's no way he was going to beat Floyd.
No. And also
Yeah.
the guy who won gold didn't beat Floyd. He beat the guy who beat Floyd, but it was like a lot of.
Wait, it's not a straight bracket?
So Floyd fights
Took silver.
some dude who. Did
Did
he take
Floyd-
some? Dude, I
did
might be
Floyd-
mixing this up with another great
Did
American
Floyd take
boxer.
silver or not? Max, look this up. Floyd in the Olympics.
I think I want to say it was Samrock who won the whole thing. I could be off on that.
So wait, did Floyd not fight in the Olympic finals? Do they not have an Olympic finals for boxing? Is it like pole play?
No, they do, but now I'm
To where the
confusing
winner
myself.
takes gold and the loser takes silver.
Well, no, now I'm getting confused because it might have been a different year because Floyd, if he got silver, then he must have like fought in the finals, right?
So in the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Floyd got bronze in the featherweight division.
Okay, so
Samlok
then-
Kamsing of Thailand
It
was the
must-
first ever Thai fighter to win an Olympic gold
That was
medal
in
in boxing.
'96.
It's
Isn't that
96.
shocking?
Fuck old is Floyd?
He's got to be
He's like,
mid
How
50s,
old
right?
is Floyd?
He's got to be close
Look
to
that
50.
Not
up. I gotta know. I
mid-50s,
thought
but-
Floyd was like my age.
No, dude, Floyd is way older than you. Like, I think he's like 10 years older than you.
He's 48.
He's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
That'd be like, oh, dang. Okay, well, hey. The Olympics in '96 was in Atlanta. Kurt Angle won that. Tom Brands won that. You know, Kurt Angle won that with a broken neck.
That's so wild.
And then he did a summer camp at Pitt. And he did it in two groups, like one for the younger kids and one for the older kids. And I was in the younger kid group. And I was the biggest kid of the younger kids. So he used me as the demo kid.
That's pretty sick.
Dude, it was sick as hell.
Yeah,
I'm shot
that's-
here wrestling Kurt Angle.
Yeah, dude, that's so awesome. With a broken neck.
Yeah. And I'll see him around sometimes. And like, I've probably seen him like since that summer camp in, I'm assuming it was '97, right? Like the year after. I've probably seen him like 30 times. And every time I wanted to be like, I wanted to tell him that, right? But I just never say anything. I just sit there like, all right.
If you don't remember me, I'm not gonna say anything.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't expect him to remember me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were a kid.
I was actually just looking. I got sent a picture of a kid's class I was teaching in 2016. Mm-hmm. So Xavier Andrews was in the kids program, and now he's like sophomore in high school or whatever. And I just rolled with him on Thursday night, and his mom sent me a picture of me demonstrating move in kid class with him as the demonstration partner. Yeah. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, that's 9 years ago or whatever. And then I was looking at the kids in the class, and I was like, dude, I don't remember any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was only like 4 kids in the background.
And also, you wouldn't recognize them like when they're grown. You know what I mean?
Well, that too, yeah. But I was like, I for some reason, I felt like I was going to remember more of their names.
Right.
I do remember like a handful of like the kids I coached, but I felt like I'd remember more. But I get like a constant revolving door of like new names.
Hundreds of them.
Yeah.
But going back to the Olympics thing, okay, so I was right, dude. That would have been so cool. Imagine you get Samrock, who's like a Muay Thai legend type dude, against Floyd. Like, that would be so sick.
Now, did Samrock, when he won his gold, was he already like a Muay Thai legend?
Yeah.
He was. So he.
I wouldn't know if I would say he was a Muay Thai legend at that point. I don't know. Actually, can you look? Was he already like a Raja champ or something? But like, let's put it this way: he was already an established Muay Thai fighter. We can put it that way. It's not like he, wasn't good at Muay Thai and then won the Olympics and was like, I'm going to go do this now.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if he had made his way through Lumpini.
Yeah, I don't remember if he was a Lumpini champ or Raja champ or whatever. But
all right, okay, are we still on this Aljo fight?
Yeah,
Holy
dude,
shit!
Let's keep it.
You know what? Let's screw this card. This dude. Hold on. What are we even supposed to be talking about?
Dude, there's a couple of things we do want to talk about with this.
We're out here just having regular conversations.
Dude, that's what happens when we drink.
I don't care about none of
Bud
these
Lights
fights
on the pod. Okay, so that one I completely skipped because I was like, it went to a decision. Don't care about this heavyweight slop. Let's move on. Okay, so this flyweight fight, I started watching it. They moved like welterweights. I said, keep it moving. I didn't see those.
Let's talk about this, dude.
Yes, dude. Let's talk about
Charles
this.
Johnson versus Lonier Kavanaugh.
Dude, they were saying on the broadcast, Lone
Kavanaugh.
Perhaps it's a soft R.
Oh, perhaps. All right, so yeah, what'd you think about this fight?
Dude, I thought it was sick, man. Our guy, the Starfish, came through. He made his adjustments, weathered the storm.
My guy only. Pull up the picks.
Just because you picked him doesn't mean that we don't like him.
Yeah, well, you were saying something about how you hated his
I thought he was going to lose.
And that you don't like that he doesn't wear purple shorts anymore.
He did wear purple shorts.
Bro, I greened out. Yo, I did pick Johnny Walker. Oh my God. I was going to pick. I literally came in here and I said to you guys, I was like, I was going to pick Johnny Walker too. I swear I was going to pick him. And I thought you guys would just like not believe me. I actually did. Let's go. I greened out. Oh man. So for you guys who aren't sitting in this chair, which is none of yins, I picked every fight right this weekend. Undefeated beast. I'm now in first place. No one can. I'm probably out of reach. Yeah,
a full 1 win ahead of me, brother. I'll never catch.
So, on our fight picks for the year, Max is 63-57. That's a very admirable record, Max. Hey, do me a favor. Pat yourself on the back. Let me see it. Let me see an arm go back. There we go. Good. Hey, Will, pat yourself on the back. I'm just curious about something.
How far my arm goes?
No, just do it.
Not very far.
Just do it. Just pat yourself on the back. Okay. All right. Maybe I'm fucking weird. All right. So both, if you're watching, both Will and Max reach across their body to pat their back. I always like pat like
same side. Dude, I can't even reach my back, bro.
Yeah, it's like pat yourself on the back. I always just go like straight back.
Yeah, dude, my shoulders don't move.
You guys went like across your body to do it, like like you were dabbing.
My arms are super long, but my shoulders are not as flexible as they should be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This is our best episode yet.
This is a terrible episode.
I think this is what the people want.
I'm having a good time.
They're in the room with us. Will is 71-49. Will, that is a phenomenal record. You are 22 matches above 500, dude. That is crazy.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
But someone in here is 72-48, son.
Very impressive.
That's me. That's this guy right here. Yep. I picked Johnny Walker, Aljamain Sterling, the Pavlovich dude, Young Starfish, Johnson. Most importantly, I picked whatever Dawkins brother fights middleweight. Can't remember which one's which. If I see him in person, I know which one's which.
Yeah.
But I don't remember their first names.
Also, that's the only other fight we got to talk about. Did you see that? The Pereira fight?
Yeah, dude. Thankfully.
Yes, dude. God, I can't stand Pereira.
Starched him down. Did you watch this fight?
Yeah.
What'd you think? Like, he won, but like, was he winning? Who won the first round?
No, Kavanaugh won the first round. So, dude, okay, let me break it down. Kavanaugh is very good. He has excellent shots, like selection, and he's super athletic. Or I shouldn't say it. He's very explosive, right? But everything is explosive. So he doesn't throw anything light as a setup or just to occupy space or occupy, time or whatever. Everything he throws has intent. And I think that kind of hurts his gas tank. And also he just like doesn't throw more than 1 or 2 strikes at a time, which is a problem.
Why would you fight Charles Johnson if you're him? Why would you fight a dude who's unranked,
but really good,
who has a win over the number 1 ranked fighter in the world?
Dude, and also why does the UFC do this? Because like flyweights,
why don't the rankers rank him appropriately? He should be ranked 4th.
I mean,
in the
skill
entire
wise,
world.
he's like up there,
pound for pound.
I don't know about all that. But no, Johnson, like, he weathered the storm early. He got hit with a nasty head kick. It was clearly rocked, but got a couple shots off. Didn't really do a whole lot with them, but held on. And in the second round, started making some adjustments. Started really like rolling with punches and countering. And then he finally cracked Kavanaugh with I think it was a big right hand, right?
Dude, he's super good. The fact that he's not ranked. First off, I would need to like look at the rankings and look at like.
Didn't he get robbed in
their resume? Yeah, he did get robbed.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. And that's what got him out of the rankings, right?
Potentially. Oh, you got Steve Ersig all the way down at 11. Did he not win? Didn't he not just win?
But like
at
he didn't
35
look great.
against
O'Day Osborne.
O'Day Osborne.
Yeah, but like
Bekov.
Dude, the UFC's not doing themselves any favors either, because like I see both the Starfish and Kavanaugh as guys who would be interesting against some of these top 10 guys who could then go on to fight for a title. And instead, they have these talented guys fighting outside of the rankings. And it's like, dude, but like what,
Bro, Kyler Phillips is still ranked at 135. We just watched him lose to, Vinicius Oliveira, who is ranked ahead of him. Okay, never mind. Fair play.
Yeah, it's goofy. But yeah, other than that fight, I got nothing else to say about this card.
Yeah, me either. Let's move.
Oh, actually, one last thing, but it's just like UFC wide. The UFC, dude, what do they do to try to get the Chinese market? Do they just like double down on Zhang Weili? Like, who's been their, other than her, who's been their best fighter?
I don't know.
The Leech was kind of good, but like
I liked him.
Yeah, he's like a fan favorite for sure. But I don't see him like getting too high up in the rankings.
Well, they did the whole road to the UFC thing, right?
Yeah, but like who from that has like shot into stardom in the UFC? I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, me either. I have
Max,
no idea.
you got any?
Song Yudong.
Oh yeah.
They gotta put billions of dollars of investment into him right now. That's what they gotta do.
Who did he just beat?
Henry Cejudo. Washed him.
Boo. USA. I got my kids chanting USA all the time now. We have one like little small American flag and they just grab it and they wave it around. And Mickey goes, "The American Steelers." Yeah. Because he doesn't know the difference between anything yet. Yeah. And I just go, USA. And him and I just go, USA.
Actually, I just got reminded of something else. Okay, we were talking about before how like, we don't actually think, as much as all of the UFC like analysts like to talk about how there's no American champions and they're like, oh, it's like, lack of star power and that's why it's like not as popular in the US as we think. And then you made a really good point. You're like, yo, who's everyone's favorite fighter? And we all listed dudes who weren't American.
Yeah, mine was a Canadian.
Yeah, Mine's a Brazilian. And I wonder, do you think that China like feels
Max
the same?
just was a Russian, dude.
Yeah.
Get him out of here. Get USA.
I mean, I picked a Brazilian dude,
Yeah, but Brazil's like chill.
I mean,
We like them. You don't like Brazilians?
No, that's not what I said at all. But if you want to look at global politics and like who's actually against the U.S.,
No, I want to look at people who we like, and that's Brazilians. We like Brazilians. We have Brazilian friends.
I
come from a Brazilian lineage when it comes to jiu-jitsu.
Dude,
I don't appreciate you
a lot of my
disparaging
favorite
that.
fighters are Brazilian. In fact, my favorite fighter is Brazilian.
Yeah, well, my favorite fighter also comes from a Brazilian lineage, but they happen to be Canadian.
That's a good point.
But he trained a lot in America.
he sure did.
Actually, let's pull up the champs and see how many of them really are American and really aren't.
That's a good point, actually, because Marab's an American citizen.
Yeah, well, not just that. Pull up the champs.
Yeah,
Pull
but
them up.
like where do they train?
Pull them up where they train. All right. So let's start with
where's Pantoja train?
American top team. American. Marab. Syndicate. American. Volk. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Ilya. No one knows where he's at.
Somewhere in Spain.
No one has a fucking clue. No, he left that team.
No. He left so he could go somewhere else in Spain. I think he's in like Madrid or something.
He's still over there.
Spain. All right. Jack Della. Oi, oi, oi. Chimaev.
He did his camp in California.
Training lab
Boom.
in California.
USA. Ankalaev.
Somewhere in Russia.
Somewhere in Russia.
But he also cross trains with Extreme Couture.
Yeah, that's right.
Is Ankalaev actually Russian, or is he like comes out like Chechen or something?
He's Russian. He's Dagestan.
Russian? Okay.
Dagestan.
All right, give me the heavyweight. Tom Aspinall. Where's he train? Probably over there.
Yeah.
And Cyril Gahn over there, right?
He's in France, yeah.
That's over there, though.
It's across the pond.
Over here. Valentina literally trains anywhere in the world. Wei Li.
Actually, I don't know.
Wei Li?
Is she in China?
Yes. We'll just go yes. And then we got Kayla. That's USA.
She's ATT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Are there no Brazilian champions right now?
I don't think so.
Alexander Pantoja, but we know he's
yeah.
American. I'm just kidding. All right, cool. That was interesting.
All right.
What's our next topic?
Yeah, I was going to say, we got to get off of this.
Walter Walker, Charles Johnson, fight picks.
Fight
did
picks.
that. CJI 2, what do you guys want to know?
Dude, all of it. Okay, so let's start with the top. How many teams are in it?
8.
Okay. And it is fully quintet style. So
Fully quintet style.
how exactly does that work? Is it a
All right,
timed
so
match?
Yes. To explain, I don't know. They can use whatever times they want. But to explain to you how it works, it's a 5 versus 5 match. You send your first 2 athletes out. If one athlete wins by submission, they stay in and the other is eliminated. Mm-hmm. If the match goes to a draw, meaning there is no submission, therefore both are eliminated and you move to your next 2. Okay? So, like, that's it, right? So, like, for example, let's say, you know, you just go until you have nobody left. But let's say that, like, all matches end in a draw.
Right.
Then I have heard that it goes to judging. So each of the matches will be judged, but that would only become public for tiebreaker criteria.
Gotcha.
So that's if the match goes to like it's both their it's both your last guy and my last
Right.
guy, and they draw out.
Gotcha.
Right.
Now, let me ask you, if you were a coach, what order roughly do you send guys out in? And obviously, I
Well, here goes
realize
the thing. Here goes something different about this. So at a traditional quintet, you submit your order before the match. The other team doesn't get to know it, but you
Right.
submit your order so they know. At this one, you don't submit your order. So the way it works is you send out your first 2 guys. I guess you maybe submit that. You send them out, right? And then based on how the match goes, you have 30 seconds to send your next guy out. So like Royal Rumble style, like you call back, like there's a physical phone that they're going to use. They're going to call back and like Danaher is going to be like, send Giancarlo out. This New Wave team that's being listed on the screen right now, guys, is not the New Wave team. That has been changed. Well, as you can tell, 77 is a trials winner. But that has been changed. So that's not this. The CJI site is not accurate or up to date. For example, CJI 66 kilo is Dorian Olivares. Their 77 kilo is wildcard Mika Galval.
Oh.
Yeah. Their 88 kilo is wildcard Wagner Hocha. Giancarlo got moved up to 99, and Luke Griffith up to 99 plus.
How old is Wagner Hocha?
Wagner's 40, maybe 41. The reason that Wagner got added, he was a later addition. Dan Monasoyu, the plus 99 kilo guy, got Lyme disease. He's not doing well, unable to compete in CJI. So they bumped their 88 to 99, and then their 99 to heavyweight, and inserted Wagner Hocha to Team New Wave. Yeah. So although we may see some exciting things happen in this, pretty much what it does is it limits the percentage chance that you're going to see the matches that I would guess you mainly want to see. For example, Wednesday night, every other Wednesday after Monroeville's classes, we do a wing night. Me, Vince, and PJ. And we're talking about jiu-jitsu. We're talking about the CJI. And I went around the table and I asked everybody to tell me the number one match they were most excited to see in the CJI. All right? And when going through the table, we came up with 3 matches. I believe Vince's was Giancarlo Bodoni versus Kainan Duarte. All right? That would be New Wave's 99 versus Autos' 99. Mine was Mika Galval versus Joseph Chen, which would be New Wave's 77 versus B Team 77. And then PJ, through some coaching, because he doesn't know as much, but he's getting into being a fan of jiu-jitsu. Right? He does jiu-jitsu, but he's getting into like he's watching the events with us and stuff. Through some coaching, Vince said that Dorian Olivares versus Fabricio Andre. Fabricio Andre is the Australian Asia 66 kilo wild card, and then Dorian Olivares is the New Wave wild card. All right.
And how do the wild cards work? That means that they're not.
He's not a New Wave wild card. He's a New Wave 66. But Fabricio Andre is also 66. So the same thing held true through all the matches that we asked for. Right. Do you know anything about these guys? Anything about any of the competitors?
I mean, roughly.
Okay. What match? Do you know enough that you could give me a match you're most excited to see?
I would say either yours or Vince's pick sounded the most enticing to me, based on what I know.
Well, that's good because they pretty are. But you also could have a different pick, understanding you really don't know it as deeply as I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The only other guy who I would be interested in one-on-one, Levi Jones Leary. I would like to see him against I don't know who, but he very much interests me.
But okay, if I had to, I'll give you 3 people you want to see him against.
Yeah.
Give me him. Or
I don't know, but I'm just saying.
What about Joseph Chen? Right.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Dante Leon.
Awesome.
Mika Galval. Right. All super interesting.
Yeah.
All also in his weight class. What we did was we came up with all the matches we were most excited for were weight class versus weight class. This is a quintet. Weight class for it's not a dual meet.
Right. Exactly.
It's not weight class versus weight class. So if it was a dual meet, right? Well, then you get to look at the 77s and you could be like, yo, if New Wave matches up with B Team, we are getting Mika versus Joseph Chen, right? If New Wave matches up with Autos, we are getting Giancarlo versus Kainan Duarte. If New Wave matches up with Australasia, we are getting Dorian Olivares versus Fabricio Andre, right? Now we don't know that. We might end up getting Dorian Olivares versus freaking Felipe Pena.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not weight class versus weight class. It's just random. And then if you do, unless they start with those athletes, right? Unless we start 77, we make an agreement. Hey, this Joseph Chen Mika Galval match is the one everybody wants to see. Let's start at 77. We make a team agreement, which why would you do that? There's $1 million.
Right, yeah.
I'm not making an agreement with another team. But let's say, maybe they match up later in it. It worked out. 77 versus 77 for match 3. What are the odds of them both being fresh? Because one of them just did a match, right?
Exactly. And it could have been against a dude way bigger.
Yeah. So now you're getting an inauthentic match. You're getting a Mika Galval after having a 10-minute match against Ryan Aiken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus a fresh, those are the situations.
And again, I think that's where you and I kind of differ is as you're explaining that to me, I'm like, ooh, that's exciting. You know what I mean? Because that gives you the opportunity for legendary things. Imagine a little dude like gets crushed by a big dude, and then in the last second gets a submission, but he's completely exhausted, and then he goes and beats another dude like in a match that you wanted to see. Like that's like legendary, you know what I mean? But also that's way less likely than
it's way less likely, I would say as well.
Now, 2 questions for you. One, how do the wild cards work? Doesn't that mean that you can get somebody who's not a part of your team to fill a spot?
Right. So the goal for the CJI was that these would be actual teams. So we have team events in jiu-jitsu. Very rarely are they actually teammates, right? Like the AIGA actually puts on terrific team events. They're dual meet events, so that's even cooler. So you're going to get like the matchups as I'm talking about. But like it's like Team Modolfo versus Team Kasai, and Team Kasai is made up of a New Wave guy, a 10th Planet guy, a Fight Sports guy, an Autos guy. Like you know what I mean? It's just like like that. Where the idea here was like, for example, if you look at 10th Planet, Gio Martinez, Alan Sanchez, PJ Barch, Ryan Aiken, and Kyle Bain, I believe. I can't see that far.
Yeah.
Every single one of those trains at 10th Planet.
Right.
They train at different ones, right?
Right,
like,
but it's still part of the same team.
Yeah, they're still all actually 10th Planet.
Right.
Daisy Fresh, Max Hansen, Dante Leone, Jacob Couch, Michael Pitxley, Brandon Reed, all of them actually on Team Daisy Fresh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, which would be Team Pedigo.
Right.
Daisy Fresh is like the nickname for it, right? New Wave, you got Dorian Olivares, trains at New Wave, Giancarlo Bodoni, and Luke Griffith. So 3 of them train at New Wave. B Team, Ethan Krellenston trains at B Team, Chris Wojcik trains at B Team, and Nicky Rod trains at B Team. Victor Hugo does not, and Joseph Chen, he's a part of B Team, but he's there like
sporadically.
Yeah. I mean, you listen to the Simple Man podcast. He's there like 3 weeks a year.
Hold on, you said that Victor Hugo and Nicky Rod are both competing? What weight?
Victor Hugo's heavy, and Nicky Rod's 218.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Nicky Rod can make 99 kilo.
Yeah.
Nicky Rod walks around at like 230, so it's a 12-pound weight cut.
Yeah, it's
we have 125 pounders doing heavier weight cuts than that. Yeah.
Okay, so that was my first question, and then this brings me to my next question. So let's say that it wasn't quite CJI style, and you have to put out a lineup.
You mean quintet style?
No, CJI, like where it's quintet, but you pull the guys like based on what happened already.
Oh, okay.
So like you and I both have a team, and we're gonna make our team, and then bring them out. Roughly, and obviously it's gonna depend on like individuals. What's your strategy? Do you send out little guys and just be like, hey, just go hard and wear people out and try not to get submitted, or do you go big guy first and just go like, you have to crush the first 3 guys?
Probably go little guys first.
That's what my gut told me, but
you want an anchor. I'd say your last guy is your best guy.
Yeah. Now, do you think that the best guy is necessarily the biggest, or you think just like whoever you think?
For example, B Team, when they went and won the last quintet in Japan, like Craig Jones was their last guy, but they had like Nicky Rod, and he was like their third or first, depending on the match.
Right.
That is one of the events where I kind of got the idea of like talking to the other team and be like, this match needs to happen, let's do it. They did Nicky Rod versus Owen Livesley, which was like B Team versus I'm gonna say Team Polaris, but I don't know that for sure. They were just like, we'll just run them out first, so that way they can both have each other.
And also, if you have 2 dudes who are both like big enough to where like they can kind of tap anyone, like a Nicky Rod and a Craig, like that actually makes total sense. You put out 1 killer first and 1 killer at the end, and then you're just like, all right, take out as many guys as you can, and then the last guy you're just don't get submitted no matter what. That's interesting.
In a format like this, you would have to think even deeper, because like you don't get any replacements throughout the tournament. Like, so let's say we're going, and let's say Max gets injured in his first match and cannot compete, but we as a team still win the match. Well, then we go into the next match down a guy.
Oh,
it's 5 versus 4.
So even if you have a little guy and you're like, hey, I just need you to go nuts and try not to get like submitted.
So what it might be wise is to send like your best guy out, so that way like your worst guy might not even have to compete.
Right. Yeah. And then just tell your best guy like, hey, even if you don't get a submission, like just don't get hurt. I don't know. Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. It's a lot. I think it's a lot to think about. I think there's a lot of variables, and I think that I'm not invested enough to figure them out.
Are you more excited going into this or CGI 1?
CGI 1 by a large margin.
Yeah. Me too. Although I am very excited for this.
I am excited for it.
Now,
But, yeah.
do you think that they're going to alternate years and do like what they did last year on the same year as ADCC?
I think it depends on so I don't think they will not go head to head with ADCC anymore.
Oh, that's right. He and Mo,
They're teamed up.
That's
now.
right. Okay.
You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't have any inside information, but I just have a feeling that UFC BJJ is going to make a strong push after CJI. I feel like a lot of these guys were offered UFC BJJ and didn't take it because of CJI. Mm-hmm. But CJI happens once a year, and only one person / team's getting paid.
Right.
Everybody in here is getting paid $10,002.
Right.
But the winner gets $1 million.
Yeah.
You know? It happens once a year. You know, and it is said as much. It's a Super Bowl event.
And also Craig said that like after this, he's kind of fallen off the map for a while.
Yeah, so it's like how much...
Yeah.
Like with that being said, how many of these people are like, oh yeah, I'll just stay tough until the next CJI.
Right.
When
If
it's
Craig's
not even like
gone.
that sure of a thing.
Right.
I could see the UFC BJJ picking up a handful more people after CJI.
For sure.
Which is good. I mean, they've only done UFC BJJ 2.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, with like the bull and stuff. Progress can be made. We'll see. I'll tell you what though. Have you guys heard of the PGF? I know you have. Mm-hmm. So they just finished week 5. So the PGF, the Professional Grappling Federation, check them out on YouTube. Seriously, if you like jiu-jitsu, you're going to love it. So what they do is, this is season 8. What they do is, there's one weight class. This time it's 155 pounders. You get drafted to 4 teams, right? And everybody goes against everybody from the other team. So you'll have, over 5 days, you have 15 matches, 3 matches a day, right? Like on day 1, I go against one person from each of the other 3 teams. On day 2, I go against another person from each of the 3 teams until you've gone through everybody on the other teams. Based on how you do, a draw is worth 0 points, a submission by strangle is worth 6, a submission by joint lock is worth 3. If a submission happens within the first minute, you get a bonus point. This season they instituted money bags where like a certain amount of people in the crowd have a bag of $500 cash, and like at their discretion they can throw it on the mat at you, you know, like something cool, like boom, there's my money bag, you know. This season they did it a little different, into which there's a free agency, and so what they traditionally have done was Monday through Friday. So you did 15 matches in 5 days, and then on Saturday, the top 8 point getters. So that determines the team winner,
right?
And the team wins $100,000, so $20K per person. And then it goes to an individual. The top 8 point getters get put in an 8-man bracket, and they battle that out, and the winner of that gets another $20K. This time they did it by week instead of by day. Oh, so every Wednesday they did it. So you had a week. So people were getting injured, and like free agents were being bought. There was people who started on one team, got sent to free agency, picked up by another team.
Interesting.
It was crazy sick. They just finished week 5, so the team portion of the season's over. Team Dahlimer won. Them and the Alabama Twisters were like neck and neck throughout the whole thing. Dude, yeah. There's new teams coming in for the next season. This season was at 155. I really like it because I would say coming into this season, I knew of, let's say, there's 20 athletes that start. I knew of 3 of them.
Yeah.
Now I know of 26 of them because like there's been like replacements and stuff like that. Dude, it's been so entertaining. And then they take a week break, and then they do the 8-man bracket the following Wednesday. So the Wednesday after Labor Day will be the 8-man bracket. Dude, it's so sick. I love every Wednesday. I just know I got 6 hours of jiu-jitsu that I can watch. Obviously, I don't get to rip through it. Yeah. It's also on Pacific time, so like, you know, I'd notch out like hour and a half here, 2 hours there, blah blah blah. I love it, dude. I love the PGF. I'm very thankful for it,
dude. Whenever you know, if the pod ever starts making $1 gazillion, do you want to make your own team?
Absolutely.
Team LTYC,
dude, without a doubt. Like if one of us hit the lottery or something, like it probably don't even take that much money to do it. Right? It's not like we're starting like a NFL franchise. Yeah. We're starting a PGF jiu-jitsu franchise, right? I gotta go talk to the dude, be like, yeah, dude, like I got $100K.
No, I was about to say that was the number I was about to throw at you.
Like, yeah.
Do you think for $100K you could get a team? It's probably around there, right?
Yeah, probably around.
Because you said Dahlimer, right? That's a mat company, right?
Yeah, Dahlimer. The Alabama Twisters is just some dude.
Yeah.
right? Like he's just like, yeah, I want a team. Like boom, right? You know what I mean? Like what are the other teams? Team Dullimer, Alabama Twisters, the Tropic Thunder. They had cool rash guards. Wow. Oh, and then the New Hope Kings. So New Hope is like a company, and they were the other team.
Sure, it's not just a dude who loves Star Wars.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I would do it for sure, without a doubt, dude. I would love that.
That's our goal.
Man.
Max, blow this pod up.
Dude.
We gotta stop talking nonsense.
Yeah, Team LTYC. I would want, what's funny though, okay, so let's say that we did insert a team for a season. Like we had the money, we're going to put a team in. And we might win money. You might end up making money off this if your team wins. Let's say you're doing it, right?
Okay.
So each season is a weight class. What weight class would you hope that you got in for?
Oh, for jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, now use MMA weight class. They tend to use MMA weight classes.
Jiu-jitsu, I tend to lean more towards like either right in the middle at like 155, 170 or heavyweight.
Uh-huh. I would not go heavyweight.
Really?
No. If it was my choice, like it's like, yo, first pick, you get to pick what weight class you want. It's going to be 170.
Yeah.
150, it would be 170, and then my second pick would be 155 or 185.
Because that area gets you the Tackets, Rotolos.
Well, I mean, we're not getting those dudes.
Bro, we're Team LTYC. We're dishing out the big money.
We're not getting those dudes, but like it's just like the depth at those weight classes. Dude, I'm learning all these new guys. Like blue belts are on there. There was a kid whose 18th birthday was during week 4.
That's wild.
They sung happy birthday to him. Rafael Ferreira or something came out, just like goofy kid, super good at jiu-jitsu, aggressive as all get out, weighed in at like 143 while people are cutting from like 180 because it's just you have to make weight once, right? Like so you can cut down, make weight, and then
just blow up.
7 weeks later, you're in the finals of the whole thing, weighing like 200 pounds. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Like so, it's like, yeah, dude. I don't know. It was sick.
All right, hold on. So I know I just said that we have to like stop being as goofy and dumb on this podcast. I have a goofy and dumb question for you. All right, non-combat sport related. Okay, and money is not an issue here. We need a sports team. What team? What sport are we gonna do? Team LTYC.
Wait, non-combat sports related?
Can't be combat sport.
So it has to be like a ball sport.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be, a track team, I guess.
And we need a team.
It could be a highlight team. It could be whatever. Is highlight a team sport?
I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know either.
All right. So we're going to start a franchise.
My immediate thought was hockey.
Hockey would be tight.
Dude, wouldn't that be sick?
Hockey would be tight.
Because the thing about hockey's super entertaining, right?
Super entertaining.
If you're like in the box, you're the owner, and you're like, it's gonna be cold in there. It's gonna be great for me. I can't handle the heat.
I mean, I could always put on a jacket.
There you go. See what I mean? We get fights in it, so it's not a combat sport, but we still get some combat.
I feel like hockey players are like generally like pretty hilarious.
I think they're hilarious. I also think they're tough because, like, a soccer team, I would be like, "Why did you flop?" And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm
why did you get the penalty?"
Yeah,
slap them,
dude.
Could you imagine just punking these motherfuckers?
Dude, you could not own a bro. Even if you were like 60 years old, if you had a soccer team, you would just be screaming at these dudes. You guys flopping too much. You gotta toughen up. And they're like,
start flinching. I'm like, they flinch, punch them twice, 2 for flinching.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Probably, yeah. Hockey would be probably fun because the other thing I wanted was, I wanted one where I'm not limited geographically. Like football would be ideal for me because I enjoy watching football. Yeah. But I actually, I'm down for it to be something else. But then like it's like, all right, well, we're probably not going to these other countries, certain countries.
The other thing that's cool about hockey is that like you can get a hockey player who's like 18 and that dude can play till he's like 42. You know what I mean? So like you can have like a key like a squad of dudes.
Dude, whereas, like look football, at Sid.
Exactly, dude. Sid and
whoa, Malcolm? Sid, hold on. So he just turned 38. Sid just turned 38 like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I thought he was younger than that.
No, he's born. No, he's born. What's his number?
I don't know.
Max, what's Sydney Crosby's number? It's 87.
Okay.
Do you know why?
I assume he was born in 87.
He was born August 7th of 1987. Come on, guys.
Does
And
Malkin
how
still
many
play?
seats are in the PPG Paint Arena?
Is it 67,000?
18,887. But get this, how many suites are in there?
Is it 67?
66. Mario Lemieux. Coincidence? No. Intentional.
All right, it's decided. We have to start the LTYC hockey team.
Yeah, dude. That's why they don't let you bring chairs in there, because then it'd be interesting.
That's why they don't let you.
You're going to fuck our shit up. Ah. All right, you guys done with this
Dude, we
episode?
gotta end this, bro.
Max, you got anything to add?
Oh.
Shout out to our fighters. Oh, I have a couple things I need to say. I should have started the pod with that one. Oh, well, whatever. I'll get to that. I'll end the pod with it. Shout out to our fighters fighting this Sunday, the day before Labor Day, in Youngstown, Ohio, at Penguin City Brewery. May or may not be outside. Did not ask. Scared of it being outside. We have Kevin fighting, Dovlat, and Joao Martinez taking a short notice bout. So that's next Sunday. It's Saturday right now, so we're 8 days out from watching these boys scrap. Fun little event. If you want to make a day out of it, you can go to the Canfield County Fair. That's where I'll be that morning.
Right on.
It's a fun time. Ride the Ferris wheel, eat some stuffed sausages, and watch some MMA fights. Yeah.
Good time.
Good times. Also, shout out to the Mat Factory. That's where I just came from today. The Mat Factory just reached their 15-year anniversary. Incredible feat. Incredibly solid. People we've been cross-training with since 2010. So congratulations to Isaac on all the hard work he's done with the Mat Factory, producing, state
high-level
champions,
guys.
All-Americans, national champions, and a who's who of pro fighters out of the Pittsburgh area. So congratulations to the Mat Factory on their 15 years. Yeah, that about wraps it up for me. All right, cool. All right, we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.